the Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. We the Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. We the Brown Boys.
You gonna get? Hold on. He hit the link. Hey, look, hey Gil, I'm going on mute. You heard what was said?
Hold on, let me get on camera. Be on camera. I'm about to get on camera.
Everybody care about. I'm driving. Everybody caring up there. Gil, you might want to put that video game down, boy. This is right here deep, boy. Lord have mercy, I'm scared for you. You got your assistant in the back.
We all ain't nothing to be scared.
You got your assistant in the back.
My assistant?
Yeah, your assistant.
I come up here by myself. He always tie me to Gil.
Yeah, your assistant.
Oh, so what we got going on?
You asked where his studio was, and he answered. He said in Detroit, in his hometown, and then I'll let him answer anything else.
I asked him where his studio is?
Yes, this was Anton Daniels. When I made a reference to Anton Daniels, you said, where is his production? Where is his studio? And he answered your question.
Okay. So what we got going on? So,
well, now the conversation evolved into big bank take little bank, and he believed that you a little bank.
He believes I'm a little bank?
You the little bank. I told him you probably got 100 million.
All right, so let's start it from the beginning. What was how did this start?
This started.
Okay, so let me tell you the story so you can actually understand the story.
Okay.
2000. I started a channel in 2018. Was no chill, the No Chill Gil show. I went to Fubo and I went to linear TV. So I wasn't using the channel anymore. Didn't use the channel. So the channel was dead for 5 years. Because I was on linear TV. So I went to Kwame when I was learning YouTube. I created a smaller channel to beef with him. So because my main channel was gone, I came up with a concept of battle. It was, what the fuck was it? Battle. Hold on, let me turn this off. Hold on. Let me quit.
Man, the Anton ain't come up here to hear you tell
No. So he can understand.
Big bank take little bank, nigga.
So I'm not okay. All right. So the channel that I had, I'm beefing with Kwame, was a small channel. So I came to him because I had this channel that I wasn't using. Let's start a show together. It was a roast league. He told me basically off. I said, well, I got a roast league, got a poker, and then I got a basketball concept that we can use. Instead of going to Showtime, we can use this YouTube channel that I don't use. He basically told me off. So I went to a sponsor, which was Underdog, and said, hey, instead of going to Showtime, I got a platform we can use. We can go 50-50 partners. So I said, you guys build it. We have a channel that already has people on it because I needed infrastructure. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. So I said, you guys can build the infrastructure. We can split the concept 50-50.
What do you mean by infrastructure? I don't understand that.
I didn't have no infrastructure.
I did 70,000 in the chat from my iPhone 8.
You don't have a show, Kwame. You have that's your show. You're a used car salesman, whatever that is. That's not a show. Okay, so we don't need you to talk right now. So I didn't have no infrastructure, meaning I only had
either way it go, I still had 70,000 people in my chat with iPhone 8 though, regardless of whether your personal opinion.
And what do you have?
I had
what do you have now?
People in my chat with an iPhone 8.
And what do you have now?
You flagged my channel.
Again, what do you have now? What is the?
Oh man,
what is the substance of your channel?
We got to stop all this over talk. We got to stop all this over talking, bitch. Okay, we got to stop that first. You went on Vlad TV and you said you flagged my channel. So let's not pretend like you don't pay people to flag my channel, okay? So what I have now is I have people like you upset that I did 70,000 in my chat from an iPhone 8. These are facts. So I don't understand infrastructure. Neither does Anton. So answer the question and stop trying to make it personal back and forth between me and you. Why do you need infrastructure if a motherfucker can do 70,000 from an iPhone 8?
It's weird how you want me up here, but for some reason you need to keep bringing your personal to mute me. What
Anton, you go ahead and talk to Gil.
you
I'm not even in
you?
this
Thank
conversation.
you.
No,
I'm just here. I'm
I'm,
gonna go on
I'm.
mute.
Well, let me preface this. Let me preface this by
So
saying this.
I didn't have no cameras. I didn't know nothing about lighting. All I knew was a cell phone. I didn't know nothing about like webcam, StreamYard. I had to learn all of that because I only came to YouTube because I was beefing with him. So when I came up with the show idea of like ESPN style, because I'm learning as I go. So I had this channel. I know Matt Barnes. They got
All the smoke.
all the smoke, right? But they're on Showtime, so they have infrastructure. I got the knuckleheads. They have um what was it, Players Tribune? They have infrastructure. So I didn't have nothing. I just had a concept and then this channel where I had like 1,000 people on it. So I made the deal with them instead of going with a platform. So instead of going with a platform and you're paying me $2,000 an episode, I made a deal with the sponsor themselves because I would have been on Showtime and then Showtime would have had Underdog as the sponsor. So I cut the
Let me
middleman
ask.
out and said,
Can
huh?
I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Can I stop you in between just to ask you a couple questions?
Yes.
All right. So because I went just purely based off of what you were explaining on your live stream, right?
Mhm.
When you say you needed the infrastructure, was the show already pitched? Because some people are saying that the show was pitched to Showtime or something like that,
Mhm.
and then you just cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So that part, all right. So I got clarification on that. And then the other part, the other question that I have is, did you think that the show would be as big as it's going to be? And that's one of the reasons why you gave up equity into it.
No, I didn't. I didn't know anything. I didn't know if it was going to be big or not.
Okay, I got you.
So
Well,
you
I
know what I
mean
mean. So
that adds that changes it a little bit for me. Because I almost think that if you would have known, and you can correct me, if you would have known what it was going to do, then you wouldn't have gave up the equity into it.
yeah, but it was the reason I gave up equity is because. So I used to do this in the weed. So I started in the weed game, right? I was I was the landlord. What I would do is I will have one of these growers come in, right?
Wow.
They they build the infrastructure, they build the system, right?
Mhm.
They build these elaborate systems. I let them get 2 crops in, and then I kick them out. Now I have the infrastructure, and then I take over the business. That was the same concept here. Let them come in here, build the studio, build all the equipment, do everything that's here.
Mhm.
We got 2 years. Once it's over with, I got the infrastructure. Now I can set up shop a professional style. At first, I didn't know how to do any of that. And all I knew is most people just had a camera. They walked around with the camera. They set it up tripod style, and then they just do that. I didn't want that. I didn't want that style. I wanted what Matt Barnes. I wanted that look, the Pat McAfee look. So the only way to do that was to convince the sponsor. And I said, hey, listen, instead of you paying me and then I shout out your underdog and we do all this, we can be 50-50 partners. So you have skin in this game to build the show the way it is. You can use this as a commercial, meaning you got shorts, you can put your logo on it, you can put it in the algorithm, you can put it on my Instagram page, you can do this. So you are doing better because now you have full control of your product. Right. So because you have full control of your product, that's how you're going to make your money. You get to push the FTDs, you get to do all of that in house, and you don't need just to pay someone these like a camera and stuff like that. You don't have to pay them, and then they do it, and you don't like the product. You can
So
fully control
at what
it.
point did you lose control though?
What do you mean?
Because you don't, based off of what you were saying, you don't get to determine how the show goes. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, the partnership, I get. You didn't really understand exactly how big the platform was going to get. I think you undersold yourself because you didn't realize how great you was as a content creator. Honestly, and I've given you props. I've always celebrated you and said that I think that you are incredible and that you got the #1 basketball show in the whole 9 yards. But at what point in this infrastructure deal did you give up the control to where you can't determine, hey, no, I'm executive producing this. I'm controlling my own IP. I determine how many times we stream. I determine how we want to add a football show. At what point did that part come in is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. So I had 50% of both shows. So basically, any show I produce under No Chill Productions. So No Chill Production is what's 50-50. They don't have rights to Gilbert Arena. So this channel, anything I do with my name and likeness outside of No Chill Productions, I own 100%. So I'm not exclusive to doing deals, right, with other people. So I never really had control. I didn't want control of thumbnails and all that because I didn't really know about it. I didn't really care. Just you do what you need to do. I'll learn on the way when my contract is up, which is up in 10 months from now. I own all
So
the equipment.
you get to
Yes.
keep everything.
So basically my deal is actually this. I own all the equipment. Now, when it comes to the show itself, remember, it's a concept.
Right.
It's not real. 50% is 50% is real if we sell it. Now, if I walk away, what do they have? They can't use Gil's Arena name. They can't use Gil's Arena crew. That's part of my deal. They can't use Skip Bayless and the crew. That's part of my deal. So that means they will have to start brand new with a whole different cast and everything. Meaning they will have to go somewhere else, get all new equipment, and get all new staff and talent to start up a basketball show and a football show. So it's nothing.
I understand what you're saying on that front. What I'm saying is, how was these able to take your name off of your channel, bro? That's your name.
No, okay, it wasn't them taking the name. I thought and felt this. I watched Matt Barnes, right? He had All the Smoke podcasts. Then he added first he added Kevin Garnett.
Right.
So the Kevin Garnett show is under All the Smoke podcasts. So there's no Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, nothing. You're hidden under someone else, right? And then they added Rachel Nichols, hidden under someone else. So I was like, well, these two got hidden, but they're all individuals. I'm one person. I got a football and basketball. But if I had the Gil's Arena page, but the football show get lost. So I was thinking build a network. So it's basically like the page is ESPN, and then there's Gil's Arena, and then there's Gridiron, the football show.
That's what I thought that you did initially when I first seen the name change. But here's the thing, Gil. On the live stream, you said that when you got arrested, that's when they took the name from you because your name was no longer good in their eyes when it comes to promoting the product and being aligned with the brand.
Yes, that's what I said.
But now you saying something different is what I'm saying. You saying that was always the play for you to rebrand, for the brand to live on its own, basically. But then that's the thing that I had a problem with is, wait a minute. I thought, because honestly, from a business perspective, I looked at you as a genius. I'm like, oh shit, you really turning into a whole network.
Anton, come on now, stop lying.
No, seriously, this is honest to God truth. This on everything, on my father's grave. I said, Gil is a genius. he about to take on
Holy
all
shit.
of these other ESPNs and all of this other shit, and he don't need nobody to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like from a content creation perspective, how you built the brand, how you put your homies on and shit like that, I salute you. And again, I think that you're great. But then at the
I'll tell
same
you what.
time,
I'll tell you what.
at the
Let's put some
same time,
clarity on
Gil,
it. Now that we know he don't own, but 50% Underdog put them other people on. But we got to give them a
here's
shout
my
out too.
thing.
Let's give Underdog a salute too.
Here's my thing. Because I look at you as such a great businessman and as a great content creator, my expectation of you is higher. Because I don't look at you. I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the niggas that's on the show. Because you the brain, right? You the brain. Without you, none of them other niggas exist in my mind. There's plenty of niggas that start a basketball podcast that ain't popping at all. That shit is trash. Let's just keep it 100. So
And without
now,
me, Gil don't exist.
so here's the thing. It's like, no, man.
It's the other way around,
That's
Kwame.
what you said, Gil.
I
That's what you
think
said.
Antoine, let me check him real quick. Kwame
That's
Brown,
what you said, bro.
you went
You said you
viral.
built No Chill Gil and it went into Gil's arena. That's what you said. But
Kwame,
you didn't say that. Clear it up.
Kwame, before you said my name on your YouTube channel, you had 1,300 people. You
We're
said my
asking
name.
about you though.
You
Did
said
you
my
have Gil's
name.
arena?
Hold on. You said my name and you blew up.
Filibuster King. Filibuster
Right?
King.
You had 1,300. I know because I was a
You
follower.
never had Gil's arena
I was a
before
follower.
you started talking about me.
You had 1,300 people. You used my name in
What
the
did
algorithm.
you have? What did you
Should we
have?
go? Should we go to your video that you hid now? But
This
it's your
man won't
biggest
answer
video.
one question. Did you
Okay,
have
so
Gil's arena or not?
no, I did not.
Thank you. Proceed with
well,
Anton.
hold on,
Did you
hold on.
have 400,000 before you said my name, or did you just have 1,300 people playing golf in your little outfits, being a nobody?
Let me say this
I
because
had 1,300
y'all
people
niggas
and
got
sent
your
them
own
to
feud.
all the Smoke podcasts, not Gilbert Arenas.
Papa, who did you tag? Did you tag All the Smoke podcast,
All the Smoke podcasts.
or did you use your Big Daddy's name? Did
Want
you
you to
tag
stop
Gilbert
acting
Arenas,
so
or did you?
feminine and talk to Anton. This was supposed to be a
Did
big
you
bank,
tag?
little
Did
bank.
you tag
Hold on.
All the
First
Smoke,
of all,
or did
stop
you
yelling.
tag?
Stop yelling. Stop being feminine. You stop yelling. I'm letting you talk, but you can't just yell. This conversation is not about to turn into you arguing with Kwame. You said something about a man creating a studio, and now it's a big bank take little bank conversation. You want to argue with me because you broke, nigga. I think you're broke, nigga. You want to argue with me, and nigga say you ain't got no money. Let's get back to that, nigga.
No.
You want to argue with me all day.
I think that I have more assets and money than most of these niggas, including Gil. I ain't changing that shit. So we can get, but
I
we can
didn't
get
ask
to
about. I didn't ask about a studio.
that's a whole nother conversation. We can get to that in a minute. What I'm trying to understand is, and I'm speaking from the lens of a fan, right? Because I watch you as a fan. I watch you as a person, just like everybody else, because I think that y'all shit is popping. All right. I think that you great. I'm a huge NBA fan. I'm courtside as many games as I can because that was my dream going up, is just to watch you niggas hoop, right? But I'm speaking from a fan's perspective and from this lens. We looked up to you niggas, right? And so I have a greater expectation for you than I have for everybody else because you have always, in a sense, been at the forefront. I don't understand, and a lot of people have been reacting the same way, and I feel the same way. We kind of feel like that's selling out. You know what I'm saying? It's selling out to get them folks your shit, bro. Because it ain't always about the money. When you get rich, it's like, how much more shit can you possibly buy? Like at some point, it's like we expect for y'all to actually be the businessman, to be the lightning rod, to not let other people take your shit or other people be able to tell you what you can and you can't do with your platform. That's the lens I think that a lot of people are saying from your perspective, from y'all. It's like, how much money will it take for somebody else, for them to be able to, because it's almost like they look at your shit is more valuable than you look at your shit. We look at your shit like that because when we look at certain platforms and it change because it get too corporatized or people can't say what they want to say and all of that stuff, that hurt us because y'all are a part of the culture, a part of basketball culture. that's not sold out. When we see all of these gambling companies buying into these NBA teams and the Dallas Mavericks and all of that, I hate that because it's like, okay, so it prices out the fans. They can't even go to the games no more at a reasonable rate and all of this stuff. And I know they got to pay NBA players salaries and everything because it's a business, but at what point do we balance it out to where we can have independently people that's great, that create great shows like you, or is it always 100% about the bag?
It all depends on what you're talking about. Like you're talking about, when did I give up control? The beginning was 50-50, right? I sold them the concept of something that I thought would be good. They funded it for it to be where it is now. So at the end of the day, you got to look at a partnership.
But
no, you got to look at a partnership.
You don't need no nigga to fund your ventures. You rich, my nigga, right?
Yes, but why do I need to spend my own money on a concept?
Because it's your IP, it's your product.
Huh?
It's your IP, it's your product.
I don't know if it's a product yet.
So you
remember,
you don't believe in you more than they believed in you.
No, what I'm saying is I don't like, this is 2022. I don't know anything yet about this. Right? There's no blueprint yet for me. Right? There's no blueprint. I don't know anything. So I sold them the idea. What do you have? So now if I redid a deal and that's the same deal today, contracts up finally, then we can have that discussion. Now I have everything. Now I have 4 studios here in my house. Right? Now I know the whole game. I didn't know it before.
Let me ask you a question, Gil. Mm-hmm. Did you even want Skip and them on your show, honestly?
Yes, I'm the one who got Skip.
Hold on, Anton. Let me say this.
Here you go. I'm gonna be honest. You asked a question. I thought we were talking.
Gil, you need to watch yourself, bro. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna be respectful. This is my show. I know it triggers you to have me speak, but we're not gonna do that, okay? If it bothers you for me to speak on my show, you can leave. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest. Most athletes and most basketball players, we're used to having people do things for us. So a lot of athletes don't know how to do it, and nor do they try, because we're so used to people telling us to shut up and dribble that we believe in that concept. So Gil said honesty when he was on the show with that other dude. He was honest. He said, I didn't know how to do it, nor did he seek out how to do it.
But no,
this is a guy who went to college. He should have sought out how to do it and how to run a business.
Credit for, though, one of the things that we got to give Gil credit for is that this nigga is transparent as fuck. Like
we have to give him credit for the things we give him credit for, but we also have to not let him weasel his way out of things he don't want to take accountability
I don't think he weaseling his way out of it, Kwam. I think that he just being transparent about it from both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's just my opinion.
We got to give him credit though, Kwam, because
I give him credit, but I'm going to be
that
more.
Most people will never do that Gil does is that he just keep it 100, right or wrong.
Because he's like a baby. He don't know when to not say stuff. I would have never said that. I would have never gave up 50%. When you don't know better what not to say, you're going to say everything. So it sounds like he's keeping it real. He's just too ignorant to know what not to say. That's not something he should ever say. He came up here and said that he want to teach 50% of owning a business and then not even knowing the part of the business that he should know. He said, I don't know. I know what they know. And it's like, we have to stop as black men. The reason why I gave you credit, Anton, is not to come up here and just say Gilbert is a great guy. No, from the business side of things. Hold on, let me say this. From a business side of things, I see the way you handle your business. And from top to bottom is solid business. It's not solid business from what Gilbert is giving up half of his company and then not knowing anything about the 50% that he does own.
I disagree with you on that, Kwam. I gotta disagree.
I'm saying he said it out of his own mouth, is what I'm saying.
Right, but at the same time, you don't know what you don't know until you actually experience it in that realm, and then you get the insight. But my thing is that not that it wasn't a good business move, because business is about money, right? I'm not looking at it from the business perspective. I'm looking at it from the ownership perspective and being able to control whatever it is that you want to do. If I want to keep my fucking name on there, I can keep my name on there. If I want to, you know what I'm saying, talk shit, I could talk shit. I think that there's multiple different ways to skin a cat. You can contract your shit out. You can, you know what I'm saying, do partnerships, whatever. What I'm trying to understand, and this is my biggest gripe from my lens, is how much money is enough money to where you say, you know what, f that, I'm not giving up no IP. I'm not giving up no ownership. I'm not giving you 1% of my company. The only people that I'm dividing my company with is my homies. That thing. At some point, because we don't see it ever. We've never seen anybody that made a significant amount of money that says, I'm not selling this shit out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm keeping 100% in-house. And we'll do sponsorships, or you can pay for spots or advertisement or whatever it is, but you can't control my shit. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not ever selling nothing.
You don't have that.
And that's why, because of what you said, I'm not ever selling. Because I want to control what it is that I have.
You don't have nothing, so.
That's your opinion, but that's just
No,
my
it is not.
thing. I ain't selling
So okay, now here, let me ask a question, since that guy's over there's Kwame, how many pages you have?
That doesn't matter.
I'm just how many pages? I'm not trying to make you look stupid here. I
own everything I have outright.
So how many channels do you have, Kwame?
That doesn't matter. Move on. I'm not going to have an effeminate argument with you. We trying to learn from this.
This is a grown-ass man conversation. Listen, I can go to hey, Antoine, I can go to your channel if you want to actually have a conversation, since he doesn't want to.
No,
but he wants to keep interrupting the conversation.
I said move on.
I got Kwame is the one that started this live stream.
I said move on.
No, because you're saying something you don't know. It's a business, but there was no business. So Kwame, you got 3 or 4 pages. You go. So let's say you have Kwame Basketball, that old channel that you lost. If you can take that channel and somebody give you 50% of it to make it into a real show that makes you millions, you're saying you won't do it even though it's nothing right now.
No, because I have a hard drive with all of that content on it, because I own it and I could just upload it on another platform.
On another platform?
Yeah, like Rumble or Kick or anything. It's my property.
But you're saying that content. I'm saying if someone took the channel itself and turned it into a real production ESPN show, you don't use that channel anymore. There's nothing going on with it. And you're going to get 50%. If it got 10,000 subs, you're going to get 50%. They turn it into the Kwame show. You got millions on it. You're making millions. You say you want to do that, and there's nothing to do with it right now. And you still keep your other channels. But I'm stupid for giving away a business that didn't exist, a channel I wasn't using to build structure for a business and an empire I have today.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you Gilbert Arenas. And no matter where you go, you're going to do numbers. And no matter where the fuck you go, you're going to do views. And no matter what it is, a platform that you step on, you got the knowledge, you got the insight, you have the entertainment ability. You just got it, bro.
That's today.
No, you
Anton, you're talking. But what I'm saying is,
you was doing Vlad interviews, and before you even started doing content.
But that's what I'm saying. But
some people are born with it. You born with it.
Yes, I'm born. Okay, but Antoine,
let the man cook. Gil, you said
no, because you're using me today to talk about a decision 2022. When I was on Fubo, I don't know anything. I just come in as a working bee. You come in, you pay me per episode, just like everybody's deal is right now. That was my deal in 2018 to 2022. I come in, I get 10,000.
Agent Zero, nigga, you've been him since you was with the Washington Wizards.
I don't
60 on Kobe.
See, I don't like this idea. I don't like this idea of a basketball player coming into a world he don't know and he's supposed to have the blueprint. Because
I got it.
before y'all
Gil,
start flagging me,
I'm
I
not
did.
saying that you're supposed to have the
Bitch, no,
blueprint.
you didn't.
Come
Stop.
on now, don't do that. Gil,
God
come on.
damn.
Okay, Gil. You gotta calm down. You gotta calm
Come
down.
on,
I ain't
bring him
calling
back
you out
up.
your name.
Don't do that.
I'm
Don't
gonna
do
bring
that.
him back up, but one
Bring him
thing we
back up,
can't do.
Tom.
No, he done ran like a little girl. One thing we not gonna do, we don't do that. Gil want to be a man on the internet. Call me a bitch to my face. Don't do that. We trying to get the content, but you too busy wanting to argue with me like a female. I'm not here to argue with you, bro. Asking me about my channels and my personal stuff. You put your content on the internet. I didn't. So we went over your video. Why you gotta call me a bitch for no reason? Just stupid. That boy is a child. I don't know what's wrong with him. It ain't my fault he put that up. I went over it just like everybody else. But hey, it is what it is. We were having an ownership conversation. This ain't about what Kwame got over you and what don't. I would never do it. If you think you did what you did was smart, cool. I didn't call you dumb then. I've been calling you dumb for forever.
Do y'all got a contract with each other to beef?
This is the only way he get clicks and views. His most popular interviews on Vlad TV is talking stories about Kwame Brown. I haven't seen Gilbert in the physical form in over 15, 20 years, but he talks like we see each other all the time.
Y'all seem like y'all beef like y'all work together on beefing.
I don't have no beef with him. You see, I can't reel the conversation in. I answered this question. I said, don't worry about it. Move on. He continuously asks the same question. Just move on. I'm not telling you. Move on. This is not beef. If people don't understand, Gilbert numbers get his best spike when he make up a story about Kwame. He said Oak was downstairs. I called my man Oak. Oak, what's up with this story? Gil talking about you was downstairs. He said, I don't know what the Gil talking about. Gil sat there quiet while Oak was on the phone. So it's like he make up a story, get traction, and then get a studio out of it, I guess. But he admitted he didn't have Gil's arena without talking about me.
I just think that y'all, I just think that there's certain people that got it, man, and it's a greater responsibility, even beyond the money. And I understand the bag and I understand all of that, but I just think it's a greater responsibility to show people, not just talk about it, not just teach it, but show people that people, no corporation, no fucking gambling company, no nothing can control you. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all better on your own. Like y'all are better than the fucking pennies that they throw y'all. Because if they able to give you, and this has always been my thing, if they able to give you that amount of money, whatever the money it was for the 50-50 partnership, if they able to give you all of that money in order to be able to get this shit,
what are they gonna
it's got to
make?
be worth way more than what they offer.
That's what I said to Gil. He don't believe in none of that. That's why I said I don't want to talk to him. He keeps saying I'm beefing with him because he keep going on Vlad TV doing interviews about Kwame Brown. The only thing I said with Gil is just stop talking about me. Why would you go on this white guy show that got millions of views to talk about Kwame? Why not talk about Gil? I would be up there talking about bus life. I wouldn't go on Vlad TV to talk about Gilbert. That's stupid. But he always got to talk about me because for whatever reason, my name, if you say something negative about me, it moves some numbers. People coming to watch. So
Yeah,
if
because
you
people
look
like
at if you look at the way he engaged with me, he always try to engage with me aggressively. Even though I said I'm just asking him questions, now out of nowhere is bitch and this and that. When if me and Gil was face to face, he wouldn't talk to me like that. He know that. So I can't let him play with me
I
like that on
think
here.
y'all would be better off. I know y'all seem like y'all sworn enemies to the general public. I think y'all would be better off working with each other than against each other. I think that
I don't know what the general public believe, but I think Gilbert is a master manipulator because I don't know why they think we are sworn enemies. Gil is infatuated with me because I'm everything he not. Gil know me in real life. Gil know me. I'm not selling myself for nobody, and what you see, you get. Remember when me and you was talking about doing an interview, how I said I was gonna pull up. I
yeah,
said, don't worry about it. I'll pull up on you.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Gil know that he doesn't like individuals. He's like that dude from Italian Job. He's going to make a shit ton of money. Gil knows how to leverage his celebrity as long as he don't have to do any work. Like he said, if he could just show up and be his little goofy self, and get a check and go, that's good. But you can't pass that to your son. You can't teach that to your daughter. And so whatever little bit I got, I'm not diminishing him. I'll give him his props for what he do. But to say that I own 100% of nothing when I own everything I got outright, I'm not trying to take away from you. Why are you trying to diminish me? Whatever way you did it, cool.
I'm just tired of helping these snake ass companies like these gambling sites get addicted to the bull and then make a bunch of money on the back end from selling.